It's something we've really emphasized since we traded AD. It's something we're going to have to do. AD was just, he not box out because he doesn't have to. He's a Dwight Howard. He's one of those guys that can rebound outside his space, and we need to be able to hit bodies and sometimes sandwich elite offensive rebounders, and sometimes you're not going to be able to get to the ball, and you got to jump up and tip it. But I think overall, we gave up some offensive rebounds. They missed a lot of shots. We did a good job.
JJ, pregame, you said, over here, you said you thrive off of excitement and curiosity. So as you're immediately processing what you saw out there, what are you intrigued by and what are you excited by?
Yeah, I'm most excited by just the spirit of the group, that we've laid the foundation of who we're going to be. And, it's a process to build an identity, and it's not something that is easy. And there are moments of pain and moments of frustration, and I think our overall group buy-in is at a really high level. And I know Luka is motivated, and Luka's a competitor, and I expect that spirit to continue into All-Star break and post-All-Star break.
You praised Jordan for how he performed in his debut on Saturday. Had another big performance tonight. What does it say about him for him to be able to just jump into rotation and contribute the way he has after not practicing, not really having to shoot around, just being able to do that from the jump?
Yeah, I mean, he's in our system. It's a perfect example of kind of what we envisioned. Obviously, the building out your staff all summer and then having to build out a G League staff as well, and then, kind of acclimating Zach. I think it was 2 weeks before we started training camp, while also giving Zach some autonomy to do his thing. I think it's been seamless for Jordan, and he knows what we're trying to do. And frankly, he's like kind of the prototypical guy that we want in one of those spots, because he plays hard, he crashes the offensive glass, he has a toughness about him, he has a team-first attitude. I just think it speaks volumes to the type of person that he is, that he was prepared and is willing to go to battle with these guys. There was a play in the first half. It was 1-on-4 on our offensive end, and he tipped out, created an offensive rebound. We got another shot. Then it was 1-on-3. He ended up getting the basketball and scored. I mean, that's just that play embodies who he is. And then he's ripping his mask off and throwing it on the sideline twice. I mean, he's a banshee. He's a banshee. That's why we like him.
You obviously know your new player really well, but this was the longest absence he's ever had to deal with in the NBA. How do you think he handled the rust, trepidation, minutes restriction, all that kind of stuff?
I think he handled it well. And, knowing Luka, whether he will admit this or not, like, there was probably a little bit of nerves, playing for the Lakers for the first time. And the anticipation that our fans have, this building had, his teammates had, our coaching staff had, he kind of gets that. He sees that. And I thought he's handled it really well, and he played really well tonight. He could not make a three outside of the first one. But, he just, again, it goes back to all our guys. They just played agenda-free basketball. Tonight was not, he didn't make it about Luka. He made it about playing good basketball and playing Laker basketball.
How did it feel when you actually got on the court and just got to start playing basketball, and you and LeBron are throwing alley-oops? How did you process the whole thing emotionally?
Being special, the way they received me, everybody, it was amazing to see. I was a little nervous before. I remember it was the last time I was nervous before the game. So, but once I stepped on the court, it was fun, and just being out there again felt amazing.
The camera and the microphone picked up LeBron telling you in the pregame huddle to be you, don't try to fit in, fit out. What did that message mean to you, and what does it look like for you to fit out with this team?
I mean, it's like I said before, it's special. For him to say something like that just feels amazing, give me confidence. And, after that speech, it was chills. So I was just happy to be part of it.
Luka, a little bit of a two-part question. What's it been like being here since Monday and not playing, and watching this team win? And I guess along with Dave asked, seeing their style, seeing how they've been playing, how easy was it for you to kind of to join them?
Yeah, I mean, the first game I saw at Clippers, I just felt that they're very, very connected on both ends of the floor. So since I came here, I just wanted to play with them. So every game I saw, they played amazing, very connected, and for me, I want to be there with them.
Luka, what was it like playing with LeBron and you hit him late in the first half with that outlet pass for the layup and just kind of the two-man chemistry with you two?
I mean, it's special. I mean, he sees the game in a different way than a lot of people, and his IQ is insane. And just have two guys like that on court, I think it's going to help the whole team out.
Luka, there was to your left, right from there you go. There were a couple times no-look passes you were making. Sometimes it didn't seem like the guys were expecting them. JJ said some of them maybe a little off target. Joking with you, but have you already had conversations with guys about that, just to be ready for any and all passes at any time because you're going to be looking for them?
Yeah, I saw some conversation. Honestly, like JJ said, we shoot, and they weren't on target yet. I've been long a lot of the time, most of my career. So, like I said before, I was just really happy to be out there again.
Hey, Luka, I can guess, considering there's expectations for you to become the Lakers' next biggest superstar for the next 10 years, but why were you nervous tonight?
I mean, I didn't play in a long time, first of all. It's a new team, new everything, but like the way they helped me, teammates, Rob, Ginny, it's just a lot of support for me. You can see when I come into the arena, I saw all the Luka jerseys. It was just a surreal feeling.
Hey, Luka. Being introduced last, when did you know that was going to happen? What was your reaction to it? And what did you think about the fact that LeBron sort of gave you that honor?
Yeah, he texted me in the morning. He said, whatever you want. And I said, it's for him to text me that, it's just amazing. So shows what kind of person he is. And, he let me have my moment. So I really appreciate it.
So he said, it's your choice? Or, I mean, when you say whatever you want, can you?
Yeah, he said whatever you want. He texted me whatever you want.
And so what did you text back?
Yeah, I mean, today, if he can let me be this one. But from now on, he'll be the last.
Okay.
Hey, Luka, what did it mean for you, for Dirk to be here for your first Laker game, and what has he meant overall to you during your career?
A lot, man. Just for him to show up, great friend, always looked up to him, great mentor. So for him to show up, fly all the way from Dallas was amazing, and I really, really appreciate it.
And Luka, over here. When you think about everything that tonight encapsulated as an experience, what was your favorite part?
Probably being introduced. Just the amount of cheering there was in the arena was absolutely unbelievable. So I would say that was my favorite part, and to play again.
Luka, ¿cómo sentiste la recepción que te dio el público?
Muy bueno, como he dicho, fue una de las mejores partes de mi noche. Ha sido muchos gritos, así que la verdad que eso fue uno de los mejores momentos de esta noche para mí.
Hey, Luka. You had your dad and Dirk here tonight, and everyone in the arena wearing your jersey. What was the support you felt in your first game?
Big support. Like I said, when I was introduced, everybody was cheering. Appreciate the Lakers putting all my jerseys out. It was unbelievable to do that, and I really appreciate it.
Hey, Luka, you've been here less than a week, but it came out today that you donated to the fire victims. What impressed that on your heart to do that, and what did it mean for you to be here in LA, and be able to make that sort of a gesture so early, so soon?
Yeah, I was trying to give back to the community. I did that in Dallas, did it in Slovenia, mostly. But it's important for me. When I learned, that horrible things happened, studied a little bit more about what happened. It was really important for me to give back to the community.
Luka, all the way in the back. Melissa asked you about kind of the nerves and maybe the moment those melted away. Given everything that's happened this past week, the trade, still coming back from injury, what was the moment in this game that you said, all right, no, this might be new, this might be a different jersey, but this is fun, I'm good?
Yeah, the moment I step on court, the moment there was a jump ball, the moment we start playing, I told to myself, this is what I do, this is what I enjoy most doing, so that was the moment.
Luke, I know you're here now, but obviously you have a lot of friends and teammates and family back in Dallas. What have you been paying attention at all to some of the reception they've got at their home games and some of their fallout back there?
I mean, yeah, obviously I saw the fans, obviously I really appreciate it. I've been there 7 years, almost 7 years, and it was amazing to experience those friends and the love for me. I will always appreciate that, but now I think we should focus on the next step, and the way Lakers fans received me here was amazing.
Luka Žujo, to bo prva slovenščina iz Los Angelesa. Kaj bi sporočil, povedal Sloveniji, ki te je podpirala skozi vse to, ki je danes po noč, po moje, iskala prenose bolj kot še v rookie sezoni? Kaj je tvoje sporočilo, kaj jih pričakuje tudi tukaj, če te bojo želeli obiskati?
Res hvala. Mislim, da bom imel poznejše tekme, še 2 uri več, ki izdala sem, ampak res hvala. Videl sem veliko podpore iz Slovenije, tako da res hvala vsem in upam, da so zadovoljni.
Luka, para el diario AS, para España, después de todo lo grande que ha sido Pau para este equipo, tú vas a ser la primera gran estrella europea, el primer jugador franquicia europeo en los Lakers. ¿Cómo se siente eso?
Muy bien. He hablado con mucha gente aquí que tiene muchísimo respeto para Pau y lo que él ha significado para los Lakers, así que espero verle por aquí. Sé que vive aquí también, así que un orgullo de estar aquí.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
Keep on there.
Do you want to stand or not, Jaxson?
Yeah, I like this now. Cool. I don't want to hold it. Austin, if I could start with you. JJ cited this one horn set where like you and LeBron and Luka all in the same action, and Rui ends up getting a 3 out of it. How can you start to kind of open your mind to all the possibilities when the 3 of you are on the court, and Jackson's the lob threat and Rui open in a corner, and how are you processing that after this playing with Luka for the first time?
I just think it could be a thing of beauty. The way we can manipulate the game on the offensive end and get what we want every single possession. Luka's one of the best passers in the world. And that's what I just showed, or I'm sure he already knew, but him, 6 for 6. I think they were almost all lobs, if not all lobs. And we could have had a couple more. Bron threw one out of bounds. But yeah, I think it's just the high level IQ going along with, pieces that really fit. They can shoot the ball, pass the ball, and really play the game the right way.
Austin, just as like a basketball aficionado, was there a part of
what?
Helping your vocab tonight? Aficionado.
What's that?
A fan.
Big fan.
Someone who appreciates the game of basketball, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Was there something seeing Luka's game up close and personal that you appreciate even more?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I don't know what word you just said. Yeah, he made a pass to Rui in the corner. It wasn't a great pass. I think he threw it a little low. It bounced. Rui ended up making the 3 in the left corner. It was in the first half, but the vision that he had to throw the pass. He is someone that can make every pass, is willing to throw every pass, and I think that's what makes somebody a great passer. They kind of have that, I don't want to say don't care mentality, but you kind of have to be a little crazy in your mind to throw, some of the passes that he throws. And like I said, I'm a big fan of the way he plays, manipulates the game in many ways, gets teammates open shots. But it's nothing new to, I think, anybody on our team in the world. Everybody knows how good of a player he is if you've really paid attention to what he's done, what he did in Dallas. And like I said on the court, I'm just really excited that he is a Laker now.
Jaxson, you're a big dunking aficionado. The when you dunk, you huge smiles and stuff like that. How much fun was this for you tonight to play with Luka? And what I mean, I'm sure you've been thinking a lot about this since the trade. Was it what you expected?
Yeah, I mean, it was extremely fun tonight. I mean, shoot, Bron had a few lobs, Luka had a few lobs. This guy didn't give me any lobs today, but he normally does. But I mean, it's just fun. Like, I feel like the way we've been playing, the whole team's been playing lately, the ball's just been moving. And I feel like that's just like joyful basketball. Everyone's getting to touch it, everyone's getting shots. Yeah.
Jaxson, there was a 72-hour period where it seemed like you're going to have another big man to the roster. Obviously, that changed in light of it being rescinded. Just, I guess, where has your mind gone in terms of what this opportunity will be for you, and I guess how your fit in the offense alongside the three, Austin, Luka, and LeBron?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My mind hasn't changed at all. I got the same mentality as when we first traded for Luka, and it was just gonna be just me. Like, I know what I gotta come in and do, and I'm about to take full advantage of this opportunity. And yeah, that's really about it.
I got one for both of you guys. Bron told Luka before the game tonight to not fit in, to stand down. I'm just wondering, when you guys first became a part of the team, what memorable advice he gave to each of you.
Shoot, just told me to force overs on my screens, and just he'll give me the ball if I force overs and I'm open on the lob. About it.
I think he really just told me to be me. That was the main thing. Kind of, obviously, when I first came in the league, I'm not anywhere near what Luka is, but it was kind of the same message. You don't have to try to be anybody else other than yourself, and I think that hit home with me just because, I was a fan of literally everybody on the team my rookie year. I'd watched all those guys play for a long time, and for him to tell me that in a workspace of all those guys that have been so successful was very special.
Austin, the team's been getting off to really good starts in the first quarter, last 10 games or so, and tonight, even with Luka, being the new guy, during his first stint, the team was up 22-13, in the first quarter, midway through. How were you guys able to still get off to that good start, even with the X factor of how Luka plays and getting along with him on the court and happening?
See, I think the thing is there's gonna be growing pains. I don't think anybody's naive to that. But when you bring a guy in that is so unselfish, passes the ball the way that he passes the ball, he's one of the greatest players in the game right now, if not the best. It's much easier, I think what is expected outside of our team. I think we've just locked in on playing the game the right way, and I think it's gonna, like I said, there's gonna be growing pains, but I think that it's gonna be much easier than what everybody thinks.
A question to you both. Do you already got a kind of a sense of it, that Luka draws more the defense towards him, that it created more space for you? That you already felt what it means, that you have more space?
For sure. I mean, at least on his drives, I know the big's most likely gonna, if he keeps the guard on his back every time, so it's like the big has to decide whether to step up and take him or stay with me. And so, you can feel it every time he drives the ball.
Yeah, if you don't guard him with 5 people, he's going to have 60. So there's going to be opportunities where you're open.
You guys have played in a lot of big games. I'm just curious what you thought of the environment tonight. Going out for warm-up, seeing 77 on every chair, and kind of the anticipation, I guess, since the trade for this moment. What was the energy like?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I was in my shooting time before the game, 75 on the clock. Luka shoots at 60. He came out at 62, and obviously the place went crazy. Cameras surrounded that end of the basket. I thought that they were just really excited to see me, but quickly, no, I'm kidding. It was awesome. I thought the energy from that point forward was great. You know, his introduction in the starting lineup was one of the loudest I've heard since I've been here. So Lakers Nation continue to do that because he deserves it.
Right here. Obviously, it's been a crazy couple days with the trade deadline and whatnot, and obviously getting Dalton back. Have you guys had any kind of conversations with him? What has that kind of been like having him back?
It's been good. This morning was the first time I think we've seen him as a group. You know, I'm sure it's a roller coaster of events for him and everybody that's been involved in that situation. But we're super excited to have him back, have Cam back. And that's really it. At the end of the day, this business is a business, and sometimes things happen that, you know, we don't love. But like I said, it's a business, and we're very excited to have him back, have him and Cam back. Thank you.